Hello, this is Professor Washburn. I will be your instructor for Perspectives on Christianity, a Catholic Approach. By the way, I am going to be explaining the syllabus, so you can pause first and then maybe get a copy of your syllabus so that you can follow me, and I'll try to do it as fast as I can. Okay, this is online, so everyone is expected to be able to know how to go about the education. Okay, now your courses are on Blackboard. If you go to course content, I already put the link to the course in Blackboard. I'm sorry, the education. Okay, there's already a link in the content that if you click on it, it will take you to your course in education. Okay, now I am not kidding when I say that I need you to put an image in the course, in the education course, so that when I check your work, I see your face, and it better be smiling. Anyway, I also not averse to you calling me if you have any problems or if you have any concern. So I give you my house phone. I can't give you my cell phone because I'm on very limited budget, but the house phone will do, and you can always leave me a message. I'm very, very easy to speak to. Okay, now the course description is taken from the bulletin, so that you know that I am not going to get away from what you're supposed to be learning. Okay, which is Introduction to Christianity, Introductory Christianity. Although some of you who may have been raised Catholic or Christians, you probably know certain things or a great many things than others who are not or belong to other worldviews. Okay, so we'll take up the Bible, of course, that is the starting point, and some of the theology, of course, that have been passed on to us, and our belief system, the belief system of Christians. So the course objective, I always approach Christianity when teaching it from a historical perspective, knowing that the history of Christianity is very much tied up to Western civilization and Western history. So it becomes even more relevant. The teachings of the church as found in scripture, tradition, and there are two sources of revelation: scripture and tradition. The scripture is the written word, and the tradition is a collection of all the interpretation, all of the written understanding of which is based on scripture. And well, you can just read the objectives, and of course we will try to finish up and take up some of the contemporary issues affecting the Catholic Church, and there are so much more at this time. Then I give you the references. I try not to give you any textbook I don't want you to spend, okay? But I will give you lots of links and websites and lectures, of course. So the grading system is class participation, which is 30%. But I also like you, so there's a lot of, I'm sorry. I know there's something wrong with my syllabus, okay. It just doesn't add up. Class participation is really 50%. I was wondering why it's 30, because I give so much more emphasis on your everyday work or your weekly work, which is your assignments, your tests, your work in general. I may even give you a peer assessment if we have time, or blogging, Okay, so that's 50%. I know it doesn't add up, so I will check what I had passed on to you. Or you can do it yourself, okay? Because the grade, of course, should be 100%. Academic service learning is 20% because you have to do something. Not only do you have to do something, but you also have to have an essay. So I made it 20%. Now this is very easy, what I'm asking you to do, because you don't have to go anywhere. You can just sit in front of your computer and raise rice grains at the World Food Program site called www.freerice.org. Now the rice grains that you raise are going to be given to the poor, especially in the Middle East, especially in war-torn countries. And as you know, there are so many refugees right now because of the conflict in the Middle East and all the terroristic activities in Africa and also the Middle East. And so a lot of the work, there are a lot of worthy organizations, but the thing is they really need it on a daily basis they need a lot of supplies on a daily basis to sustain the the refugees, the poor people, those who have been affected by the violence. Okay, so I hope that when you do this ASL, it really means so much to me that even as we are learning, we are also involved with what's happening in the world. You cannot possibly be in this corner of the world and not feel anything, not feel any empathy towards our brothers and sisters who are not in comfortable positions. Some of them, they lost their shelter, they hardly eat 3 meals a day, sometimes they don't even eat at all. So when you are doing the free rice, just think of them, and really try to do it from the heart. Okay. Now the midterm exam is 15%, and because a lot of you are are freshmen or first year students, I have to give you a midterm exam. Okay. And then a final exam on May 6th. That's already predetermined. Okay, this is an online course, so I chose to give it to you on May 6th. It's also a Wednesday, but that's also the start, I think, of the final week, of the week for the finals. Let me see. So again, I will repeat, this is very important. Do not miss the final exam. Do not. Number one, you have to pay if you have to take it, and number two, it's very cumbersome to arrange it. Okay. Now, okay, so I explained that, and then in the syllabus you find the links to my e-portfolio, to your course page, just like it is also on Blackboard. And of course, you always have all submissions. I give you work on Wednesday. Okay, I have been taking Coursera courses, online courses from Coursera, all free, and I really like it. Now this is what they do. It's I give you work on Wednesday. I'm following their format, and then all the work is due on Tuesday of the following week. That gives you a lot of time, and it's pretty regular. You can almost not forget it. Okay, Wednesday you have to log in because there's going to be work and there's going to be materials for you to read, and then Tuesday is when you return everything that is due. Now every time you submit your work, every day that you submit your work ahead of the final every day that you submit your work ahead of the deadline garners you 1 extra point. Okay, so and some of my students really take advantage of this. Sometimes as soon as I give in the assignment, they work at it, and then they get like +6. Okay, so every time you do that, you gain extra points. And so when you add up everything, all your points towards the end, there may be some tests in which you did not do well, then your extra points are able to raise up your average because of all those extra points. And it's the same for anything. ASL has a due date, okay? The due date for the ASL, which means the free the free rise, is April 8th. If you're able to do it way ahead of the deadline, you can be sure that I may give you 110%. So you already have 10 there, 10 extra points. Okay? And please don't forget to call me if you really have a problem. And then I posted also the grading scale. And 49 and below is when you fail. There's no reason for you to do that because I really make things really, really easy. Easy in the sense that I do not try to give you a hard time. My purpose is not to make your life miserable. I like everyone to pass the test, the course. And also, I really don't like to be typing any other letter when I give out the grades other than A. Okay? So have a good night, and I hope we have a good working relationship. And I also gave you a course schedule. So I want you to hold on to your course schedule, maybe even print it. That's the only thing that I print because, you can always look at it anywhere you are. And everything else that is related to the university is also on your course schedule, so that more or less you're also aware of what's happening in the university. For example, on January 27, it's the last day for you to drop or add classes. Should you not like this course, should you feel that you cannot handle it, okay, then go and drop in your class. I think it's probably better. Okay. And then there's another last day to drop a class without a transcript notation, February 10th. So I don't know what that means. Okay, so see you every Wednesday. Bye-bye.